Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nicola Michi, and yes, you guessed it, I'm going to talk about Shopify. Now, how do you know if this video is for you? If you're doing $5 ads, $20 ad sets, $50 ad sets, you test between one product a week to 3 products a day, and you still can find the winner, and you still can find the right product that's going to generate the sales, this video is for you. Now, this video is a glitch. Yes, you got it right. It's not even a strategy. It's a glitch that Facebook has. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I'm not famous yet, okay? Because if I was famous, if I had 200,000 people on my mailing list, and if I had many subscribers on my YouTube channel, I don't know if I would share this, because immediately Facebook would shut this down. So I'm counting on you not to share this information, okay? I'm counting on you not putting like for this video. But I really hope that you're going to use it for your store, because 100 people doing this won't hurt me. But if thousands of people will be doing this, it will hurt me and it will hurt everybody else, just like it does these days with $5 ads and $10 ads and $20 ads and blah 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 blah. Now, what you've been taught is wrong. And what did they teach you? They teach you that you need few things. You need a good website, the Shopify website. You need a good niche. You need a good product. Everything here goes to what they say is the most important part, the targeting, and after that, of course, you hope to generate the sales. Now, this model is bullshit. It's old model. It's not gonna work. I mean, it will work, but most probably it won't create the money you want to create. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're doing this thing. We're still creating the same stuff as they tell you, but we're doing something slightly different. And for that, I'm going to explain something that we need to be on the same page, so I have to explain something to you. When you create your ad, you go to something that's called auction, right? You probably know. Every ad that you create goes to an auction, depends on your targeting and blah, 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 but it goes to an auction with many, many, many different ads. Okay, ad 1 to ad, I don't know how many ad sets are on Facebook. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of ad sets with different ads. But you have this auction. From this auction, there are only 1% to 2% of people that are considered to be the sharks, the big guys with the big guns that has a lot of money. They have $10,000 that they spend per day, and they know how to make money. And what they're doing, they're actually breaking down their funnel, and they paying more money to get the same conversion that you're paying for. Now, stay with me, guys. Let's say you sell a $20 product and you have a $10 profit, for example. You're going to be willing to spend only $10 to get this sale. That's why if you're going to do what Facebook and what all these masters and all these mentors are teaching you, you will never be successful, because they are willing to spend up to $20 or even $25 per conversion. Now, I remind you, for each conversion, they get $10 in profit. So why are they spending so much? Well, because they're getting a lot of emails. And when they get a lot of emails, they do email marketing. And that's how they get their sales. So they're teaching you one thing. You think it's gonna work. You spend $100. Some of you spend $3,000. The crazy people spend up to $8,000 in this strategy, and it doesn't work, because you build the ad goes into auction. You actually go into auction for the same customers, and the sharks are getting those customers because they're willing to pay more. What is the glitch? The glitch is statistics. I work on stats. And what I do is I'm doing something that Facebook says that will never work, but it does. Facebook says that your ad sets, let's say this is the campaign level. On your campaign level, you have many ad sets, right? You create $5 ads. and you try to find your winners. Let's say this is a winner. Let's say that ad set is a winner, and that ad set is a winner. Let's say you find some sales. Now, even if you're gonna scale this ad, and scale this ad set, and scale this ad set, most probably you won't get a consistent amount of sales because the market is saturated. But statistically, you know that if you build enough groups here, statistically you'll get the sales. That makes sense, right? So instead of doing this in $5, my strategy, based on stats, of course, I build the same campaign, with different ad sets inside. And I know that statistically, some of these ad sets, you know, they're gonna create money. So I put all the ad sets on $1. I'm not gonna talk about the strategy you need to apply. Do you need to set up the conversion window for 1 day or 7 days? Do you need to start with add to carts, or you need to start with different ad? My strategy is pretty simple. I start with PPE campaign. I spend $5 on a very broad interest, and I want to see that I get the engagement. Usually, if you get the right product with the right ad set, in the right video, the right description, you will get, and your targeting is decent, you will get some engagement, okay, with the PPE. So this one will tell you that your targeting is good. When I do the $1 ad sets in my website conversion campaign, because this campaign is website conversion, I set it up to add to cart to start from. Sometimes I even do content view, because I'm trying to get Facebook some data, to get Facebook some traction, and make sure that he knows what to look for. After I start to get sales, and statistically this is the glitch, you will get sales. If your product is a winning product, you will get sales. And by doing this, you're actually avoiding the auctions. Now maybe some of you are confused right now. What does it mean? How am I avoiding the auctions? Well, if you're doing $5 ads, statistically some of the ad set's gonna create sales. It doesn't mean that the buyers are actually there. It doesn't mean that this is something that always will create you the sales. The only thing that means is that statistically some ad sets will create the sales, some ad sets won't create the sales. If you build another Facebook account with another fan page and you do the same thing with the same targeting, with the same ad sets, you will see that in a second example there will be different ad sets that perform differently. So you will see that not necessarily this ad set is a winning ad set. You're going to see that maybe this ad set is a winning ad set and that ad set is a winning ad set. Why? Because Facebook will find you the buyers statistically. Why? Because there is something that called auctions. Because in those auctions, you will lose. Most probably you will lose because somebody else is doing better targeting, and more importantly, somebody else is paying twice the amount you're willing to pay to get the same customer, because they're looking for the long run and you're looking for the short run. That's why most probably you will start Shopify, and after a month to 6 months you will say this is bullshit, it's a scam, it's not gonna work, blah 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 blah. Well, it is gonna work, so stick with me. What you want to do here is doing the $1 ad sets. You're gonna create some sales here. Now, how many ad sets? Well, do at least 30. How do you target those ad sets? It doesn't really matter. Go to audience insights, find and target like the right Facebook groups. You know, if you're in the dog niche, just start with the dog breed, start with the dog magazine, and go from there. You know, just look for more and more groups, because in audience insight you have related topics and related Facebook groups to the Facebook group that you wrote down. So if you wrote down some group there, if you wrote down any targeting, it will show you all the related groups to that. And then you're gonna take each one of these groups and you put it in audience insight, and you're gonna see more groups that are related to this word. And then you're gonna take another Facebook page name, you're gonna copy and paste it, and then you're gonna see many more groups that are related to that. I hope you understand what I mean. All you're trying to do, you're trying to get at least 300 different groups. You can break it down into categories. You can break it down into blog categories, into celebrities, into magazines, whatever everybody teaches you. It doesn't really matter. You can break it down to all of that. Now, when you create those ads, I don't do flux targeting. I don't create this ad set and I target it for all the magazines that are available in the dog niche. No. If there are magazines, I do magazine 1 here, then I target magazine 2, then I target magazine 3, and after I run out of magazines, I'm trying to target the celebrities. And then I do the celebrities, and after that I'm trying to target the dog breeds, and then I do this. And after that, I'm trying to find something else, some Facebook groups about maybe animal shelters, dog shelters in Seattle, in California, in Texas, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to create as many ad sets as I can. Now, I started with 30, and I found this out because I couldn't spend a lot of money, so I could spend just 30 bucks a day. And all the mentors tell you that 30 bucks a day would be enough because 30 bucks a day would give you 6 ad set for $5, and you only have 6 ad sets. Now, when you have 6 ad sets, statistically you will get a sale, but it's going to take you a while, and you will be spending $5 every day. But when you have 30 ad sets, this sale would come way faster. What do you do then? You go to the next stage. After you have the sales, and you have the add to carts, and you have the initiate checkout, and you have the content view, and if you have a video, you have a video view, and you have a Facebook engagement on your page. After you have all this data, you're gonna see 2 things. First, you spend, after 2 weeks, let's say you have $30 you spend per day. After 2 weeks, somebody can help me with the math here. This is 420, right? You spend $420. At that point, you have a lot of data. Maybe you don't have enough sales, maybe you're not profitable yet, but you have a lot of data. You use this data to create lookalikes. What lookalike? Every lookalike that is possible. Every lookalike that you can think of. Lookalike that the last 30 days of purchase, the last 30 days of add to carts, the last 60 days of add to carts. If you have enough data, you can do the last 30 days. But if you're just starting, forget about the last 30 days. Just do all the people that purchased, all the people that added to cart, all the people that initiated checkout, all the people that viewed your page, all the people that viewed the video, at least 75%, at least 95%, at least 10 seconds. Every possible combination that you can do will help. And what you do after 2 weeks, you go back to your main campaign, the website conversion campaign. You have all these wonderful ad sets. And here you have the sales. You're gonna see, and it doesn't matter if your product costs you, if you sell your product for 20 bucks or you sell your product for 100 bucks, you will generate sales. What I think you should do if you want to be profitable from the get-go is focus on the high-end products. Make sure you have many testimonies that you get from AliExpress or from somewhere. Make sure your product page is good, and make sure that if you would get to this product, you would spend $100. Don't try to overprice it. Just find a product that costs $100 and that your competition is selling it for $100. Don't try to overprice product. Go to Canvas. Go to I don't know, if you're in some industry, I don't know, baby industry, go for like carriers for babies that are really high quality. I don't know, diaper bags, stuff like that. Something that's going to cost a lot of money for the customer because you're going to have a bigger profit. You're going to have more money that you're going to make for each sale. Maybe the profit percentage will be still around 50 to 60% for every sale. Maybe you will make 50%. Maybe you spend $50 to buy the product and you sell it for $100. That means you have $50 profit here. And after that, you deduct the ad set cost and the Facebook advertisement cost. You will still, most probably, will still be in profit. And this is the main campaign, right? Some of them, you have some sales, some of them generated 3 sales. Most of them won't generate sales. Some will generate 1 sale, 2 sales, 3 sales, and what you want to do after that is create the lookalike audience from this, and all the ad sets that got you 0 sales, you just cut. This is a 0 sale, you cut this ad set. This is a 0 sale, you cut this ad set. And then you come to me and you tell me, yo, Nick, I don't want to spend 30 bucks. If I have a winning product and if I build this system and if I spend $30 on 30 ad sets, I would like to duplicate this ad set and maybe change the objective of the ad sets. Or maybe you want to raise the budget. You don't want to spend just $1. If you spend $1 and you get 2 sales of $100, and it happened to me, you spend $1 a day for an ad set, and it gives you 2 sales that generate together $200. It's a $100 product. So out of this $100 that you made as a profit, you take away the $1 that you spent to get those sales, you are $99 profit. And this will happen to you if you do everything right and if you're going to find the right product. And it will happen to you. So what you do from there, if you want to go and do the scaling, instead of scaling and adding budgets to the winning ad sets, you want to get more ad sets. Yes, you want to get more ad sets. Now remember that I talked about the lookalike audience. Remember the purchases, the add to cart, the initiate checkout, the content view, blah blah blah, all the possible variations, all the possible combinations, everything. Maybe you created 10 lookalikes, maybe you created 20. You want to create as many as you can. I've created around 50 lookalikes. After 1 month, I've created around, no, I'm exaggerating, I created around 30 lookalikes. Now what you want to do, you want to go here and add all of them. You close the ad sets that doesn't get you the money, right? You keep the ad sets that make you the money and you let them run. And you can add all the lookalike audiences and all the lookalike ad sets at the same campaign. And what are we doing here? You're still not gonna get to the same auctions, right? You're still gonna have ad sets that are getting to the auction, and there is 1 to 2% of sharps that getting the most of the auctions. But because statistically you've created 100 ad sets, or maybe 200 ad sets if you're advanced and you keep researching and you keep doing different lookalikes and you keep pushing it forward, and maybe you try new products, and when you try new products you have new data because you have all the people that purchased product A and all the people that purchased product B. Use all this data, use all of that and put it as an ad set here. And then what's going to happen when you put all these ad sets, the reason it works, because statistically some of these ad sets will create you money. And when you're going to have enough lookalikes here, you will be profitable. But being profitable over some ad sets is not enough. That's why they teach us. They tell us you need to be profitable and you need to make money on the front end. You need to sell your product. You need to get people to click on your link, get people to click on the add to cart, get people to put their credit card information and actually buy the product. Now, and most of the time you won't be profitable, but if you're going to do the lookalike audiences, most probably you will. But this is not the end, guys. This is not the end of the strategy, because what you got here, you're starting to get many emails. You're starting to get many customers here. Then what you're doing, you act like the sharks. Because the sharks in this business, they spend more money than you. They're willing to spend way more money to get the same conversion. That's why they get the conversion, because after that, they're using email marketing. But if you're using this glitch and you're building many ad sets, you're going to get the same amount of conversion. Their conversion are going to be more stable than yours because they're going to spend $100 per ad set. They're going to spend $200 per ad set. They're going to do manual bidding for $1,000 a day, and they will be willing to spend $40 per conversion when you will be willing to spend only $20 per conversion, just for the example. And they will win you in the long run. They will win this race. But if you're using this glitch of statistics and you're building many ad sets, you will generate sales. And in this point, you want to act like a shark. And what do I mean by act like a shark? You want to do email marketing. Now, this idea I didn't get by myself. All this thing about the glitch and about building many different ad sets is something that I found out by myself. Everybody told me it's not going to work. I watched so many videos, listened to so many guys, paid for so many programs. Nothing worked for me. When I did this, I saw it started working and generated money. Then I heard about this wonderful guy called Alex Becker. Okay, and I'm going to put a description to his channel. He's a master in SEO, and he actually starting to talk about Shopify. He's a master at advertisement, really nice guy. I don't know him on a personal level, but I actually like watching his videos because he doesn't talk shit. He actually shares good information there. So you can go to his website and see this. But what you want to do, you want to go through that stage and be a complete novice, be a cheap bastard, and spend as little as you can, and you will still win in some auctions against the sharks. The reason for that is the thing about, the statistics, because you have so many ad sets statistically, and Facebook tells you this, statistically, some of them will create you the sales. It's way better to create 100 ad sets with $1 each than to create one really good targeted ad set with $100. I promise you, if you're going to do this test and you're going to create one ad set with $100 or 100 ad sets with $1 each, you will get way more sales here than you would get with this $100 ad. And after you get enough sales, you can consider yourself a shark because you have enough people in your email marketing. You have 1,000. You will start with 1,000. This is the first milestone you want to reach. But after that, you will have 2,000, 3,000, and then you will retarget them with a get response or any email, any email marketing tool that you can get. You will target them automatic with different products. So this is it, guys. This is the strategy that nobody talks about, and I promise you, nobody talks about this ad set. Now, if you're confused, let me just create a new one. If you're confused, let me just summarize it. Okay, you need to build all the regular stuff, all the regular shenanigans of the website, the niche, the product, and the targeting. You need to do all these things. You want to make sure that your product actually sells, that you have a lot of engagements. After you do the targeting, you create 2 campaigns. One campaign is going to be website conversion. One campaign is going to be PPE. In the PPE here. In this campaign, you're going to have only one ad set or few ad sets for, I don't know, $2 to $5 each. If you don't have much money, just start with one ad set that is targeted in a broad way. You targeted it in a broad way. You're going to see that many people are getting you the engagements you want, and many people actually sharing this. That means that your video or your ad itself with the picture or whatever you put in your ad is actually working. Then what you want to do, you actually do it simultaneously. You start here with 10 to 30 ad sets, and you let it run for 14 days. After 14 days, you see if you have sales. If you don't have sales and you don't have engagement, you don't have to wait 14 days. Trust me, guys, you will know when your product is good. Your product doesn't have to be a winner, it just has to be good enough. After you do this, after you see you get sales, you can get it to a 50 or even to 100 different ad sets, different celebrities, different magazines, blah, 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 blah. You're going to have enough data, and then from this data, you create lookalike audience. Every like a week or two, you look at your campaigns, you turn off the bad ad sets, and if you're short with money like I was, for every ad set that you turn off, you turn on a new ad set with a lookalike audience, which will be way more profitable. Now, your profit is not supposed to be at the front end. You're not supposed to make much money here. You're supposed to make a lot of money at the back end, because eventually the lookalike audience will create enough money for you. The retargeting audience will create enough money for you. And in the end, you will be able to keep going and get more and more and more and more customers until you get to at least 10,000 people in your email list. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you are a master at marketing, because you have 10,000 people that bought from you. It doesn't matter if they bought for $1 or they bought for $100. It doesn't matter. They're still your customers. Make sure that you're building the right funnel, and I'm going to talk about the funnel a little bit. I'm going to talk about the funnel in the next video, okay? But for this matter, you're going to build a funnel and you're going to start selling them products. And once you reach the 10,000 people, you can start doing email, you can start doing affiliate programs, you can start sell them many wonderful products in the same niche, and this is how you do it, guys. If you have any question, leave it down the video. Don't share this video. I'm not interested in your likes. If you hate it, well, I know it sucks. It's on Photoshop. You can hate it. I mean, fuck you too. If you like it, wonderful. You can still leave a like. Please don't share this video. Try and use it. Tell me how it works. Make sure that your pixel is new, because your pixel is supposed to be new, because you're gonna teach Facebook to look for customers at that way, just like I shared with you, on stats. And you're gonna use this glitch to your advantage. So I hope it helped you. In a month from now, if you're gonna apply it, you're gonna see different numbers. You may be gonna be profitable, but in a year or two from now, you're gonna be as the other sharks. You're gonna have a huge email list, and then you will win the game. This is the only way to do this, and today the date is the 23rd, September 23rd, 2017. Right for this date, if you're somewhere around this date, this is the way to do this, okay? If you're watching this video and today is 2018, maybe this will not work for you anymore. But if you're watching this and you're somewhere around 2017 yet, most probably this technique will work for you. Let me know how it works.